Welcome, everyone. This is John Tiamisha. Today is January 17th. This is A0 Introduction to Circassian for people who live in North America. And today I had such a phenomenal experience. My younger daughter, so my older daughter and my younger daughter are in the class. My older daughter works on Mondays. So she's watching the videos, then she's going to join on Wednesdays in real time. My younger daughter is a little nervous about being in a class that's recorded and stuff like that. So she and I agreed that we would have one-on-one classes. So today, in a one-on-one class, doing a version of TPRS, which I'll get into in a minute, we covered in 30 minutes everything that this class has covered in the last 2 weeks. And she's not an advanced speaker, she's a learning speaker, but it's just because there was so much one-on-one time and so much repetition. So that was kind of one aha thing. I was shocked, and I think she was shocked at how much she went from kind of not much. At the end of the class, she was able to make 13 independent statements all by herself, right? We call that a manageable chunk in TPRS. So that is a massive manageable chunk. The other thing that I realized is that instead of going with a story, I stuck to things that were part of her life, right? So that made, because the story is designed to make the language less abstract, but nothing is less abstract than your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, your day, things like that. So I'm going to do a little experiment in today's class. And what I'm going to do, instead of going through a story, like, we're kind of going through a story, what I want to do is just kind of stick with one verb. And I want to use that verb with you guys to talk about your day-to-day life. And anytime I pop into something that you don't understand, just go like this. I'll break out into English. We'll make sure you understand. Then we'll go back. And I'm not going to worry so much about, I'll put some slides up so we can see the verb we're talking about, but I'm not going to worry so much about spelling everything out, because as you take notes, anytime one of you doesn't understand something, you do a timeout, I'll explain, then the rest of you will understand, so that when I come to talk to you, you can internalize what anything I've said in the past. People okay with this little experiment today? Does it sound abstract, or did it make sense? Little? Okay, so we'll get into it. Where the heck? That's not that. Let me close this. Let me open that. Let me share my screen. There we go. All right. Okay. Everybody can see my screen? Okay. Let's everybody come off mute. Okay. Inal.
Janti.
Wudawshit noba.
Hono, without
Sari sa kharzinash. Yidal, what yinjilibza chawab saathara?
Tas in Sajinjilibzilla subsatla.
What fadidu saathara? Hama edidu saathara.
Safadedu subsatla.
Oh, wow. Sit nagosh bzakhir wabsaathara. What other languages do you speak? Sit, what, nagosh, other, bzakhir, languages do you speak? Sit nagosh bzakhir wabsaathara. Wa ispanibza wabsaathara. Wa wursibzara wabsaathara. Sit kwada bzakhira wabsaathara. What languages do you speak? I cannot hear you.
So Urasabzacha Ichi Yinjilibza our Adilabzacha subsatla.
Wa Adigabzacha, Wursibzacha, Yinjilibzacha, Wopsatha.
Pej.
Wopsatha. Ahmed,
سجاتي
wa harpibzacha wopsathara.
انت حرف بزجة صوب سالف
Wa noba wish hawasum websatha harpibzacha.
هوا نوبة سيش حوصم سيبس لاقم حرف بزجة
Awa websatha wish hawasum noba.
انت سيبس لاس انجلي زبجة
Yinjilizibzacha websathash. Wish hawasum yitzarsit.
سيش حوصم يتسر جو انس
Joanne. Joanne adigabzacha psathafara.
حوا بسلفكم
Joanne yinjilibzacha psathafara.
انت هار انجلي بزجة ما بسلف
Sit naos bzachra psathafara.
هار اسباني بزجة ما بسلف
Yijirisha.
يجري تقالق بزجة ما بسلف تسكو تفنيتو
Taku.
تاكو
Aririkwara. Khalas. Aririkwara.
عرض شركة يديك وقت
Pshashqam. Pshashqam. Awi gughra. Gughra.
سكوها
Raya.
Sit.
What thou shit noba?
تمام وده وش جانتي
Sarisa tamamsh. Wiana noba tamam. Hama e.
سيانا تمام
Tamamsh.
تمام
Wianam yitzar ladwina. Hamra wianam yitzar randa.
سيانا يتصر لدوينش
Ladwinash. Ladwina adiga.
انت لدوينا ديغاش
Wari wa adiga.
انت سيسا ديغاش
Wiana adigabzacha psathara.
Can you say that again?
Wiana adigabzacha psathara.
انت سيانا انت wait سيانا او سيانا
Adiga.
اديك بسجة ار
Mapsatha. Mapsatha.
Mapsatha.
Wari adigabzacha wupsathara.
how do you say a little?
Tauk.
Tak.
Tauk. Tauk. Sa adigabzacha tauk sopsatha.
Sadly, kapsatcha subsatha.
Tauk.
Tak.
Tauk. Tauk sopsatha. Wiana adigabzacha tauk psathara.
How? Se.
Sosa wa tauk wopsatha. Wiana tauk psathara. Hamra fdidu psathara.
Fdid subsatha.
Fdidu mapsatha. Wiana fdidu adigabzacha mapsatha. Wiana harpibzacha psathara.
Har. What's harbibsatcha?
Arabic.
Oh. How? Well, tak.
Tauk. Wiana
Wiana.
harpibzacha tauk mapsatha.
So Siana. Can you say that one more time?
Siana harpibzacha tauk mapsatha.
Okay.
Aji aji.
No, I just wanted to hear you say it so it would stick in my brain more.
Now you tell me.
Oh, okay. Let's see if it's stuck.
Siana
Siana
harpibzacha
Arbibzacha Siana Arbibzacha Tok Mupsafara.
mapsatha. Pej. Wiana harpibzacha tauk mapsatha. Whoopso. Whoopso. George.
سجنتي
وداوشت
سسخرزنش وبسو وشجنتي ودوشت
زاريسا خرزنش وبسو جورج واديجابزت شو وبساثرة
انت ادغبزت تك سبسشف
حرببزت شو وبساثفرة
اها حرببزت ري سبسشف
و تك وبساثفرة حما فددو وبساثفرة حرببزت شا
فددو
فددو وبساثف سيغورات I thought so سيغورات وبسو يمز
ست جانتي
وست شهر
السبشار
وست شهر يجبستو
Egypt stew in my home office.
What did I ask you?
You said subsir, what are you doing?
ست شهر
Oh, sibshar. What are you doing? Egypt stew adigabzicha subsasha.
فددو ويجوابر سيغروح I like your answer ويجوابر سيغروح ويجبستو أديجابزت أو بسالة أديجابزت أو بسالة
Adigabz tak subsasha.
So remember, sopsasha, I speak. Sopsalaf, I am able to speak. Wa yinjilibzcha wapsalafra.
انت سفددون سين ان ينجلبزتش فددو سوبسشاف
نغوش بزخر وبسلافرا.
ست
نغوش بزخر وبسلافرا.
ست نبجر
نغوش other.
نغوش
نغوش other. بزخر.
س Chinese
كتايبزا.
كتايبزتش سوبسشاف Spanish
إسبانيبزتشا.
دك سوبسشاف حرببزتش سوبسشاف
توك حمر فددو.
فددو
تمام.
انت
ناقوة تقبجت. Let's count. تقبجت ويبزخر. Tell me. Tell me the languages.
إنجلبزتش
جلبزتشا.
أديغابزتش
أديغابزتشا.
حرببزتش
حرببزتشا.
Spanish
إسبانيبزتشا.
and Chinese كيتايبزتش انت
راشي. Therefore, Arashi.
راشي
Sorry zakatu.
sorry
Sorry
زخاتو
zakatu all together. Bzitch bosh. Bzitch.
أو بزيت
Z o sh kh tkhwa. Bzitch bosh.
بوش
Sosh bosh.
سوش ست سوش
I know. Bosh, you know.
اوكي انت
Okay. Satanai. What thou shit?
سخرزنش وداوشت
Sorry, sakharzanash. Wawa adiga.
أنت سأدرش
Wawa qabrde. Hamra wawa abzakh.
سأشرب
There are some families that are both. There are some families that are qabrde and abzakh. There's some that are abaza and qabrde. There's some that are abzakh and abaza. So it's we make a big deal about it today. Really what it comes down to is what region your family was from, but it's also common for families to migrate. So my mother's side is Memchel, right? Memchel are considered to be Kabardians. They live in Baksan in Qabrde. But 200-300 years ago, we lived by the Black Sea. So really Memchel originally are Shapsuch. But Mamchel today call themselves Qabrde. None of them speak Shapsuch. So it's not as big of a deal as you might think,
Okay.
especially if you're a couple of days.
We're yeah.
وأديجابزة شو بسافرة.
Sa adigabzacha taku subsala.
أديجابزة تقو بسافرة. فددة.
Takudil.
أبقديز أنت قرقوغش وشحوسم يتأرست.
Sish hagosam yitzar tambish.
أري أديجا.
Nta ar adigash.
Aradigash. Dawich are adigash. Of course. Dawich are adigash. Tambi adigatsash. Tambi is a Circassian name. Tambi is my brother's name. Tambi adigatsash. Tambi is a Circassian name. Tambi adigabzachapsafra.
Hawa adigabzacha Safraqam.
Sathafrqam. Dija was a unfortunately. Zija was a hunchi. Adigabzachap sathafrqam. Tambi yinjalibzachap sathafra.
Nta and Jalib's Angelizabjitcha
Mapsathaf.
sorry.
Harapibzachap. There's no sorry. Sorry is a bad word, and unless we learn how to say it in Circassian, I officially am banning the word sorry from this class. There's no such things as mistakes, only steps on the journey to mastery. Okay, so from here on forth, I am banishing the word sorry from this class. Everybody agree?
Okay, good.
All right. Tambi harapibzachapsachafra.
Nta harapibzicha
Mapsachaf.
Mapsachaf.
Whoopso. Whoopso. Ola di shapch. Ola di shapch. Dawshit.
سخر زنش وداوشت.
Sari sakharzinash. Sari sakharzinash. Ola. Sit khoda bzakhara. Whoopsachafra. Okay. Sit khoda means what?
Adigabsaja sobsata.
Okay. But what did I ask you when I say, I saw you do the timeout, so we'll break it down. When I say sit khwada, what does that mean?
Sit khwada.
What
am I
kind
doing?
of? Sit khwada. So in diaspora, sometimes we say situ khwada, and it means how are you doing? This is kind of a very informal speech. And that's if I say situ khwada. But in formal speech, like we're learning here, when I say sit khwada, Inal, what does sit khwada mean? You're from Russia.
Which,
What kind?
well, what kind?
What kind? So sit khwada, what kind? What's bza, Ola? Bza.
I don't know.
Okay. How do I say Circassian?
Adigabsaja.
How do I just say the word Circassian like a Circassian person?
Adigash.
Adiga. How do I say the Circassian language?
Adigabsaja.
That's in the Circassian language. Adigabza. So Adiga is Circassian person. Adigabza, the Circassian language.
Yeah.
Adigabzacha in the Circassian language. So what's the difference between Adiga and Adigabza?
Circassian and in the Circassian language?
So bza, take a guess at what
Now
bza
or in?
means. It means language.
Oh, okay.
Bza, okay? So sitkwada, what kind? Sitkwada, bza, language. Bzakhir, languages. Bzakhira, it's a grammatical thing. Sitkwada bzakhira, wupsachafra.
Oh, what languages I speak.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Сыт хуэдэ бзэхэра упсэлъэфырэ?
Tamam. Adigabsija tuk subsata.
Тӏэкӏу упсалъэ.
Tuk subsata. Yichi. How do you say and again?
Ичи.
Yichi. So yinjinibsija fadidu subsata. Yichi hadabibsija fadidu subsata.
Okay. Bzish. Bzish bosh. Bzish bosh. You know 3 languages. Bzish bosh. Оля,
Sit.
сыт хуэдэ бзэхэра упсэлъэфырэ?
Can you say it again slowly?
Сыт хуэдэ бзэхэра упсэлъэфырэ?
Is that the same question
It's the
again?
same question.
How do you say 3 again?
Bzish.
Okay. Sabzish
Сопсэлъэф.
sobsatef.
Okay. Lunch. We'll keep coming back to it. Заншауэ ди къуэш.
Хусапши Janti.
Ури фыхъусапщи? Уэдауэ щыт?
Харзаныш, so what I wish it.
Сэри сахарзынэщ. Уи дежкӏэ иджыпсту махуэ. Хьэмэ жэщ.
Egypt's to Mahua.
Иджыпсту махуэщ уи дежкӏэ. Сэ си дежкӏэ иджыпсту жэщ. Сэ си дежкӏэ жэщ. Уи дежкӏэ махуэщ. Заншауэ сыт хуэдэ бзэкӏэ дызэрыпсалъэрэ?
So Yinjalibzicha Fadidu Subsahla Yichi Sa Adigabzi Chatauk Subsahla.
Къурӏугъуэщ. Уэ инджылыбзэкӏэ упсэлъэфырэ, адыгэбзэкӏэ тӏэкӏу упсэлъэфырэ. Иджыпсту сыт хуэдэ бзэра дызопсалъэрэ?
Egypt's to Sa Adigabzicha Subsahla.
Сэри сыпсалъэрэ адыгэбзэкӏэ?
Say it again.
Сэри сыпсалъэрэ адыгэбзэкӏэ?
Nta.
Нтӏэ. Аращи, therefore, уэ уопсалъэ, сэ сопсалъэ, дызопсалъэ адыгэбзэкӏэ.
Dizopsahla.
Дызопсалъэ. Дэ инджылыбзэкӏэ дызопсалъэрэ?
Wait, what?
Дэ дэ
Oui.
иджыпсту инджылыбзэкӏэ дызопсалъэрэ?
How?
Хьэуэ.
Yes.
Сыт хуэдэ бзэра дызопсалъэрэ иджыпсту?
Egypt's to the Adigabzicha Dizopsahla.
Пэж! Иджыпсту адыгэбзэкӏэ дызопсалъэ. Фыдыдэщ заншауэ. Фыдыдэщ. Опсо. Сара,
Janti.
how умопсалъэрэ? What did I ask you?
How Mapsatlera is speaking. He's speaking. She's speaking.
How умопсалъэрэ? Why aren't you speaking?
Oh, why? Sharqam.
Sharqam. Okay, it's a good answer. It's a good answer. Okay, sharqam. You can say sahazirqam. I'm not ready.
Hazarqam.
You can say sahuiqam. I don't want to. Okay, so how umopsathlera?
What was it? Sorry.
Ha umopsathlera.
So why am I not speaking?
Why are you not speaking? How umopsathlera?
I was waiting for my turn.
Sasanoja. I'm waiting for you.
Sasanoja.
Sasanoja. Sasanoja. Khonsh. Wa adigabzacha wupsatlafara.
Anta sa adigabzacha subsatlaf taq.
Tak. Sorry, adigabzacha subsatlaf. نغش بزخر وبسلفرة.
How many languages?
نغش others ونغش بزخر وبسلفرة. Can you speak other languages?
أنت حرببزة سبستلف
Mhm,
فددة
mhm.
انجلبزة سبستلف فددة أديجابزة تق.
فدد وبسلف. فدد وبسلف. نغش. Okay, that word for other. Let's put this up on the screen. نغش. You guys can see that? نغش.
أنت
Okay. وبسو سارة.
وبسو
وفدد وبسالة. وفدد وبسالة. You speak very well. رقان دقوش.
ست
وداوشت.
داغ ودد
داودد. ساري سداودد سقوش. وست شهر يجبستو.
ونم
ونمش أش. وست شهر. What are you doing? وست شهر.
سا سبساشا
وبسالة. ست كودا بزمتش وبسالة يجبستو.
سا أديجابزا سبساشف تاكو
تاك انت.
سا انجلزبزا تشا سبساشا سا حرببزا تشا سبساشا
وأديجابزة وبسالة. ينجلبزة وبسالة. حرببزة وبسالة. حرببزة تمامو حمرة توك وبسالة.
حرب بسبزة سا سبشاخة سبساشف تمام
تمام
دد
تمام دد. نغش بزخر وبسالة.
نغش other languages right سا سبساشا انجلزبزة
راشي ينجلبزة أديجابزة حرببزة. أرا حمرة يجري زبور نغش وبسالة.
حوا
أراش.
more languages yeah
Okay. ويادم يتسرست.
again
ويادم يتسرست.
يادم my father سيادة وتسر صلاح الدين
ويادم يتسر صلاح الدين. صلاح الدين أدي جابزة شبسة لفرة.
انطه صلاح أدي جابزة ما بساشف.
فددو حمرتك.
middle not so good not so bad.
Okay, so you can say يرقنش. Let me put this.
يرقنش.
So hang on. يرقنش. Literally enough. يرقنش. So we all know this. We all know this feeling, okay? Maybe it's borscht, maybe it's chips pasta, maybe it's perinj. It doesn't matter if you're from Russia, Turkey, Middle East, the United States. It's some food. You go by your grandmother's house. She puts you 2 kilograms of rice. You eat everything. She puts you another 1 kilogram of rice. What do you say if it's enough? Teta, yiraqunsh. It's enough. It's enough. You don't punch. You don't punch, right? It's enough. You don't punch. Or you say, Anashwa, Margarita, دي شبخ دشة داوشت.
تمامش وبصو وداوشت.
Sasa tamamsh. يرقنوش سسي ديشتا. و ينجلبزتشا وبسلافرة.
انت سينجلبزتشا سبسالة.
وبسالة. توك حمرا في الددو. فددو صريسي قوغرة في الددو وبسالة. حرب ببزتشا وبسلافرة.
هرببزتشا سبسالة رقم.
وبسلافر رقم حرب ببزتشا. ست كودا بزخرة وبسلافرة.
س ورس سبزة.
ورس بزتشا.
ورس سبزتشا سبسالة. Paris sabza.
French?
No. Persian.
Oh, hang on. Persian. I forget the word for Persian in Circassian, so we'll say Perzibzicha.
Perzibzicha subsatla. How did you say French?
Franjibzicha. Franjibzicha.
Franjibzicha tak subsatla.
Adigabzisha?
Forgot about that one.
You're telling me all this in Circassian. Wa adigabzisha wupsalaf. Fadidu wupsalaf.
Wa adigabzisha tak sorry. Sa adigabzisha tak subsatla.
Khunsh. Wa adigabzisha tak wupsalaf. Uyanam yitzarsit.
Yanam yitzer Lalita.
Ar adigabzisha psalafra.
Ta ar adigabzisha mopsalaf.
Mopsalaf. Noba wiyanam wepsala. Noba wiyanam wepsala.
Can you break that down for me?
Noba, today.
Ah.
Today. Wiyanam, your mother. Wepsala, did you speak to her?
Da. Noba siyanam sopsala.
Sepsalash.
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 Is that on the screen?
It's not on the screen. We're off script now.
Okay.
We're off script, okay? Sepsalash, I spoke to. Wepsalash, you spoke to. You spoke to, okay?
Okay.
So, Raya.
Sit.
Noba wiyanam wepsala.
Inta si spoke.
Siyanam.
Siyanam.
Sepsalash.
Siyanam sepsalash.
Wiyanam wepsalash noba. Noba sitkwada bzamcha wepsala wiyanam.
In Gali.
Yinjilibzacha wepsala.
I know what you're saying. You're saying in what language did I speak with my mom?
Yinjilibzacha.
Injilibzacha. Se subsapa.
Sepsalash.
Sepsatash.
Today, I spoke to my mother in English. Noba siyanam yinjilibzicha sepsalash.
Noba sianam in ilinjibsija sepsathash.
Noba we shupchum adigabzicha wepsala.
Can you say that slowly one more time?
Noba
Mhm.
we shupchum Larissa we shupchum yinjilibzicha wepsala.
Inta Noba. I'm losing my head.
Noba
Nova
si shupchum
si shupom Larissa in
yinjilibzicha
Yinjalipsicha sepsathash.
Sepsalash. Okay. So you're doing great. Keep listening. Put yourself on mute. Keep listening and repeat what I say and what other people say to get it worked out in your head. Right now, the reason there's no such thing as sorry, when you make mistakes, there's no such thing as mistakes, just steps on the way to learning. Your neurons in your brain are firing and trying to find the fastest path to recall this memory. Okay, so I see it in your faces. A lot of you consciously you get it. Consciously you're aware of it. But what we're doing is we're building those subconscious neuromuscular connections so that the neurons in your brain can fire and you can put the sounds together in your mouth. All right. So by listening and by repeating, it's called shadowing. By shadowing what I say and what other people are saying when I talk to them, right? I'm giving everyone a turn to speak. It's not your turn to rest. You are actively listening, and you should feel free, if you want to shadow. I will do a better job of speaking more slowly and enunciating all of my syllables. And all of you do a good job of speaking slowly because you're still learning. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay. We'll come back to you. Yeah, it is. Rakan.
Sit.
Wa noba we washum websala.
طه نوبا سبساشر سيقوش سبساشف
Noba we washum websalash.
وبسلاش
Websalash. Let me put this on the screen. Sepsalash, websalash. Give me a second. Sepsalash. My this is past tense. Okay. Everybody can see this? Is it big enough? Yeah. Okay. So, Rakan.
Sit.
Noba we washum websala.
نطاه نوبا سيقوش سبسلاش
Sitkwada bzarra. Sitkwada bzamcha websala we washum. Harpibzicha websala. Yinjilibzicha websala. Adigabzicha websala.
نوبا سيقوش سبسل حرببزش سبسلاش
Noba we washum harpibzicha websalash. Dawa zarapsala. Telefonumcha websala.
تليفون ما سبسلا
Noba we washum telefonumcha websalash.
نوبا سيقوش تليفونم سبسلاش
Aha, Pej. Sara,
Chanti.
what het noba websala?
Noba Noba si anam Сесаплаш.
Noba wianam websallash. Sit for the bzamcha websalla wianam.
Сахарабебзача. Сесаплаш.
Noba harapibzacha wianam websallash.
انت
Noba wianam harapibzacha telefonamcha hamra rasumcha websalla. Rasumcha in life. Rasumcha websalla.
تليفونم.
Telefonamcha websallash. Let me put rasa. Noba wianam rasumcha websallash. Well, I'm sorry. Did you say telephone or in life? In real life?
تليفون.
Noba wianam harpibzacha websallash telefonamcha.
انت
Yamiz.
Sit.
Sara Noba Yaadamsha Yaadam. Sara Noba Yaadam Yapsalla.
Did Sarah speak with her father? Anta.
Hawa
Hawa?
Noba Yanam Yapsalla.
Oh, Kaswara Sarah.
I actually spoke to both, so
Oh, okay.
She's facts and evidence I'm not aware of here.
So Sarah.
Okay. But right now we'll say that she didn't speak to her father.
Okay,
Just for
okay.
the purpose. Okay.
Alright.
So Yamiz.
Sit.
Sara Noba Yanam Yapsalla.
Anta. Sarah. Ar Anam. Ar Anam.
Ar Abiyanam.
Ar Abiyanam. Sopsa.
Yapsallash.
Sash. Anta.
Yapsallash. 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 Why don't we say mapsallash? Because we only say ma in the present tense. We only put ma in the present tense. Okay. Yamiz.
Sit.
One noba we qasham websalla.
Hawa.
Websallaqam.
Anta. Sepsa. Sepsa.
Khat websalla noba.
Si Noba, si Sianari, Siadari, si Shipkhri.
We shubkhumri
It
websalla.
took me a while to remember that.
Uh-huh.
Shipkhri.
Shubkhia.
Shipkhia. Sit.
Shubkhia.
Sharkam.
Do you have sisters?
Anta.
What shubkhia? Shubh is
Anta.
shubkhwiash.
It's such. I know it's a very hard one to say.
Shubkhwip.
Shiphuip.
Shubkhwiash. We zagwar we shubkhum shish. Websalla noba. Did you speak to any of your sisters? Zagwar we shubkhum shish. Websalla noba.
Z. Shipkhuz.
Si shubkhum shish.
Si shipkhum
Shish.
shish.
Z.
Z.
Sebsallash noba.
Ashash. Anta.
So let's pause here for a minute. We'll keep going through the verb, but we're going to pause here. So if you want to say one of, okay, one of my friends, Zagwar What means zagwar all by itself? Anybody?
Other?
Someone.
Oh.
Someone. Zagwar, someone. Zagwar. So let me open up a new slide here. Zagwar. Zagwar, someone. Zagwar, sinibjawgum shish, one of my friends. Zagwar, si shupchum shish, one of my sisters. Zagwar, si lejakuchum shish, one of my colleagues. So the pattern here is Zagwar, si something, something, shish, whatever you did, say psafash. Right? Zagwar si nibjawgum shish, shupchum shish, lejawgum shish, nibjawgum shish. One of my belonging to, right? Zagwar, someone, si, my, whatever the group of people is. Shupchum, sisters. Hoshchum, brothers. Delchum, brothers for a girl. Klasauchum, classmates. Lezauchum, colleagues. Shish, from among. Someone from among them I spoke to, I saw, I paid money to, I visited, I ate with. Doesn't matter, but this is the pattern. This is the pattern, okay? Yemiz.
Sit.
We shupchur websala noba abi yitzarsit.
Si shupch yitzer nefin.
Nafin. Nafin adi gabzut chapsafra.
Nefin adigabzich psasef kam.
Psasafra. Nafin harapibzut chapsafra.
Nefin harbibzich mapsasef.
مبسط وبصو فددو وفددو وجوها فددو والجاش نوبا. You worked very well. I pushed you pretty hard.
Hope so.
George,
C'est gentil.
what thou shit?
Ça c'est تمام. واش gentil.
تمام. What's it يجبستو what's it بشار?
يجبستو ça sit.
What's it بشار يجبستو? What are you doing right
ça c'est شعر.
now? Sit بشار.
يجبستو ça صبصاك.
What? زغور ويبسخا نوبا.
ça noba. What was the word?
Did you speak to someone today?
Zigwar is to someone.
It's just someone. Zagwar. Actually,
okay.
Zagwarum. Sorry, Zagwarum. What Zagwarum ويبسخا نوبا?
Sa nobas sa zigwaram sobsakha. Sorry?
Sepsachash.
It's say okay, sepsachash. Okay, let me start over. Nova sa sepsachash zigwar. Zigwaram.
Khatam websacha nova.
Sepsachash nurse.
Nurse.
Because I got my third shot, COVID shot.
So we use a Russian loan word, medsestra.
Medsestra, okay. Sepsachash medsestram.
Medsestram websachash nova.
Medsestram sepsachash nova.
It could have zamcha websacha.
For the COVID shot, the third COVID shot, is it P is 3 or
that's
no?
not what I'm asking you.
Okay.
Сыт хуэдэ бзэмкӏэ уепсэлъа? Франджыбзыпкӏэ, инджылыбзыпкӏэ?
Oh, okay, okay. Sa French
Франджыбзыпкӏэ сепсэлъащ.
медсестрам.
Медсестрам сепсэлъащ.
Uh-huh.
Уэ телефонымкӏэ хьэмэрэ гъащӏэмкӏэ уепсэлъа?
Гъащӏэмкӏэ in person?
Гъащӏэмкӏэ?
Гъащӏэмкӏэ. Гъащӏэмкӏэ. Okay, гъащӏэмкӏэ. Okay. Сэ гъащӏэмкӏэ сепсэлъащ.
Аращи, уэ нобэ медсестрам франджыбзэкӏэ гъащӏэмкӏэ уепсэлъащ.
Сэ медсестрам франджыбзэкӏэ гъащӏэмкӏэ сепсэлъащ.
Tamam, tamam,
Mhm.
tamam. Инал,
Сыт?
we mute button قبل تفرة.
انت
Was زغورم ويبسلان نوبا؟
وزغور ويبسلان انت س انري ادري بوسري كاليغري سبسلاش
ويانمري ويادمري ويكوليجمري ويبسلاش نوبا. تلفونمچا حمرا غاشمچا.
انري ادري غاشمچا او كاليغمرا زومچا.
Zoomcha. Wow, Zoomcha, Zoomcha. Everybody knows what Zoomcha is, right? Cool. Sit khoda bzamcha fepsala.
ستخودا
Sit khoda harpibzacha, warasibzacha, kitayibzacha.
ستخودا تسخ
Wiadr.
سي ادر ورسبزا
Warasibzacha wepsalash. We colleaguem.
انجلبزا
Injilibzacha. Injilibzacha. Khonchta. Was a gwarum noba harpibzacha wepsala?
هوا س خرببزا سبسلف رقم
Harpibza wepsala raqam. Arashi. All right, we're going to do one more round, and I want each of you to tell me who you spoke to today, in what language, and by what means. So I'll go. Sanoba sipchum, my daughter. Sanoba sipchum sepsalash adigabzacha zoomumcha. Inal, wachet wepsala noba.
س سي انا سبسل ادغبزا هوا ورسبزا سبسلف وخشمچا
Wanoba wiyanam wursibzacha wepsalash gashumcha.
غاشمچا
Qaji ajit.
سنوبا سي انم ورسبزا سبساتلا سبسلاش غاشمچا
Gashumcha. Wow. Whoopso. Whoopso. Ahmed.
Sorry, Sajati.
Qaji ajit. Qajat. Wakhatam wepsala noba.
Sa Noba Sish Alam Sipsatlas.
Sitkwada bzamcha.
Sa Inglizibja Sipsatlash.
Telefonumcha. Hamra gashumcha.
Rashumcha Sipsatlash.
Arashi psoris also qaja'a.
Sa Noba Sish Alam Rashumcha Inglizibja Sipsatlash.
Whoopso. Whoopso.
Janti.
Yeah.
Rashumcha, what is the root of that? Is that etymology?
Rasha.
Rasha.
Rasha is life.
Life. Okay.
So when we say rashumcha, in life.
Thank you.
Ola.
Sejanti.
Wakhatam wepsala noba.
Senoba sedelch Rashomcha sipsatash.
Sitkwada bzamcha.
De harabibzacha dipsatash. Dipsataf.
Depsalash.
Sepsatash.
Rashi, psori zosu kaji ajit. Tell me again all together.
Senoba, noba se delch rachumcha se subsatash, de harabibsaja dubsatash.
Sanoba si delchum harapibzacha sepsalash.
Senoba se delchum de harabibsaja de debsatash.
Tamam. Raya. Uh-oh, I think she's frozen. Raya de shapr. All right, she's frozen. Margarita.
Sejanti.
Qaja'a khatam websala noba.
Sanoba si anam subsaslash what is sibsacha what's up cha
Khwanch. Sanoba. Sanoba siyanam wursibzacha whatsapumcha sepsalash.
Okay, I see. Let me try again. How do you say a bird?
Bzu.
Bzu?
Bzu. Bird is bzu.
Okay. Sanoba si bzu ingelibzacha kashamcha subsalash.
Wow. One noba we bzum rashumcha yinjilibzacha websalash. Tamam. Raya.
I keep cutting out because of poor internet connection. Can you come back to me in a second?
Okay, no problem. Rakan.
Sit.
Noba khatam websala.
Sanoba siqwash sibsalash harbibza cha telephone cha.
Sanoba siqwasham harpibzacha telefonumcha sepsalash.
Sanoba siqwasham harbibza cha telephone cha sibsalash.
Wow, fadidda.
So
Sarah.
Sejanti.
Rakan yeshubkhum noba yepsala.
Ta rakan noba wa shapkham harabibdal websatlash.
Hawa pajqum. Za. Rakan.
sit.
One noba we shubkhum harpibzacha telefonumcha websala.
Hawa.
Oh, Shapkham, sorry, sister. No, he spoke to his brother.
Arashi wapso Rakan. Sarah qaji ajit khat yepsala Rakan noba.
Noba rakan sa sik kosh
Abi yaqwashim
abay kosham weblash
yepsalash.
yepsatlash.
Sit khwada bzamcha.
Harabibzacha.
Harpibzacha. Ghashimcha. Telefonumcha. Vzumumcha. Dawa zarabsala.
Telefonamcha.
Telefonumcha. Zarabsalash.
Zarabsatlash.
That's how he spoke. He spoke by way of phone. Zarabsalash. Zanshawa.
Sit, Janti.
Noba Rakan yaqwashim dawa zarabsala.
Gosh, where do I start? Okay. Noba Rakan Yekwash?
Yokwashim.
Yekwashim. Okay, Yekwashim. Harabibzicha. Telephonum.
Telefonum cha.
Yes. Telephonum cha.
Zerip sachash.
Zerip sachash.
So if I ask you, how did he do it? You have to tell me how he did it, right? So I asked you, and you did it correctly. Dawa abizarip sacha. How did he speak? Ar telefonum cha zerip sachash. Right? So you said it correctly.
Okay.
Sarah.
Sichanti.
What khatam web sacha noba?
Nova sa Nova sa shop Harabibzacha Sasatlash.
ونوبة ويشبخم حرب بزتشا ويبسلاش. تمام. رايا.
Sichanti.
سارة نوبة يانم ينجلي بزتشا يبسلا.
Inta Sara Sara Yelipsicha I can't speak to
حتى يبسلا سارة نوبة.
Can you say that one more time?
ختم يبسلا سارة نوبة. يشبخم حمر يدلخم.
She didn't speak with her brother?
سارة. زرايا. سارة.
Sichanti.
وختم ويبسلا نوبة.
No sa Nova sa shop Sasatlash.
ويشبخم ويبسلاش. وبسو. رايا. سارة نوبة ختم يبسلا.
You. Okay, all right. You said she spoke with her sister, and
so what am I asking you? Sara Noba Khatam Yepsasha.
I'm not sure what Khatam.
To whom?
Oh,
Khat is who? Khat is who? Khatam is to whom?
Okay. Sara.
Noba.
Sara. Noba. Sara.
Yeshubchum.
Yepsafash.
Yepsafash.
Sister.
Yeah, Yeshubchum Yepsafash. Sit khoda bzamcha. Yinjil bzcha. Hamra harp bzcha.
Yeah. I'm so confused. In Injalibzicha?
Sara, websatha, Yinjalibzicha, Hamara, Harapibzicha.
Harabibzicha.
I'm sorry, Sarah.
That's okay.
That's a bad word in this class, remember? I'm sorry.
No, Sarah.
We banished this word. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. We'll keep coming back to you, Raya. Don't worry.
Okay.
George, you have a question?
Yeah. So just to make sure I understood correctly, so you said that when we say how we did something or by what means we did something, we have to add this ziri at the beginning. Zere. Okay, so for example, if I'm saying like I spoke in French, like would it not be correct then to say friendship such a sipsachach or like,
so you say franjibzacha sepsachash. There's no requirement for zere.
So franjibzacha, is it?
Yes.
Or franjibzacha
sepsachash. I spoke
that's it
in the French language. Okay. And then I could say,
oh right. Okay.
So let's say you say Sanoba sianam sepsahlash franjibzacha. Today I spoke to my mother in French. And I could say, what da was it? How did you speak to her? Then you could say, sa telefonum sepsahlash.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, thanks. Whoopso.
So who did I not get to yet? Who did I not victimize? First, let's take a pause. How are people feeling about this? Is this better than going through the story, or is this different, worse, better? Show me thumbs up for better. And show me thumbs down for worse. I see sideways thumbs. Oh man, Rakan, when you put your hand, it blurs because of the background. I don't know what finger you're showing. All right.
I just want to say, I wouldn't say it's worse. It's different, and I think variety is good.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll do this every now and again. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get you guys into the breakout rooms, and I want you guys to say to each other exactly like we were doing today. So, who did you speak to today? In what language? How did you do it? Right? Just like we did today. So I'll model with Ahmed, and then I'll answer George's question.
Oh, you mean now? Okay.
I'll model with Ahmed first.
Sure.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Okay.
Ahmed.
Oh, it was bad.
Sejanti.
Khatam web sahla noba.
Sa noba si shhaosam rashamcha inglizibzacha sepsaslash.
Rashamcha yinjilibzacha web sahlash. Wish hawasam. Sitam tehuawa.
That's a good question. You're asking about what, right?
About what? Sitam tehuawa.
Noba musiccha dipsaslash. About music.
Waredamcha.
Waredamcha.
Dipsahlash.
Yeah.
Okay. Now ask me.
What Janti noba het websahla?
Sa noba si sabiham sepsahlash adigabzacha rashamcha yichi whatsappamcha. So that's exactly how we're going to do it. Nice and short. I'll give you guys 5 minutes. And Ola, your question, what about Yujirisha? So if Ahmed said, I could say, we shalim Yujirisha. What about your boy? What about your wiqam, your son? Wiqam Yujirisha. What about your son? Yujirisha. Okay. All right. I'm gonna stop the share. Pause. The word for husband is same as man, but we usually use the word for spouse. Shawasa. Your head companion.
Yeah.
Your head companion.
Oh, okay.
So that's for husband or wife.
Spouse, husband or wife. So the reason for this is it's fine for a woman to say, I have a man, right? But if a man says, safiz si'ash, you don't have fizz, you have pshasha, you have khajabs. Fizz are old, right? They're not old, but there's this view that it's like, I'm not Mrs., I'm Miss, right? So it's kind of like calling somebody grandma, like, hey, grandma, get out of the way. So as a result of that, it's much more polite to say spouse, whether it's a male or a woman, male or a female. So, I have a head companion. I have a spouse. Yes, George, you have a question.
Yes, so this is something that me and Margarita were wondering about in the chat. You don't have to answer in detail if it's too technical, but we were wondering because we were thinking about the pattern of how we say sopsasha, but then sipsashash and sopsashat, etc. And we were wondering about that. And so I had a hypothesis that maybe the vowel a in Circassian was what we call a heavy vowel, which means it's a vowel that attracts stress to it a lot. In short, that's what it is. So we were thinking like maybe that could be it. Maybe when there's an a somewhere, stress goes to it all the time because it attracts it. Can you confirm that for us?
I don't know off the top of my head. I have read, there's like 3 or 5 rules that determine stress patterns in Circassian. Circassian has remarkably regular past and future tense. Circassian has remarkably regular stress patterns. Once you speak Circassian a little bit, it'll just come naturally to you. There are rules that define it, and the rules actually work like 99% of the time. There's very, very few exceptions. Those of you who might have heard this say, Circassian has a melody. That melody follows a very, very regular pattern. I have it somewhere buried in one of my grammar books. It's like 3 or 5 rules, and that's it. I forget off the top of my head what they all are.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it might be a matter of the type of syllable or something, or the type of vowel, but
it does, it has to do with the
yeah. So
I think you're right.
Okay, that's very interesting.
I remember hearing once that A does attract more stress. I remember that somewhere.
Yeah, because usually across languages, vowels that are long really attract stress a lot to them, like across all languages of the world. So that could be a thing too.
Yeah. Zanshawa. Oh, the last thing, we only have 4 vowels. So that's another reason that the patterns are so easy.
Yeah, maybe the I is always long too. Who knows?
Zanshawa, you have a question?
Yeah, I was wondering, so does zigwar, can that mean someone or something? Like it means like both of them, just like depending on how you use it? Okay. Gotcha.
Actually, ziwar, he's not here. Is it ziwar or the other rush? There's the 2 rush guys. I know they're both going to get pissed at me when they see that. I like to rub their feathers a little bit. But I ran, not a tongue twister, I ran something by him. So you could say, let me think about this for a minute. Zagwarum, zagwar, zagwarum, yitlagash. Zagwar, zagwarum, zagwarum, yitlagash. Someone once saw something. So zagwarum, someone, zagwar, something, zagwarum, once, yitlagash. So, because zigwar is something or someone, zagwarum, it's just a matter of whether it's transitive or intransitive. But in this way, zagwarum, zagwar, someone or something or someone, 2, zagwarum, zagwar is once. Zagwarum, once upon a time, yitlagash. Zagwarum, zagwarum, yitlagash. Someone once saw something. It's just an illustration of how crazy the grammar is, that's all. I lost you, sorry. All right, we have 2 minutes left. We'll do stuff like this on a regular basis. I think it's not going to be every class, but again, what I saw from working with my daughter earlier this evening, that one-on-one and really making it about personal life was helpful. So I'm gonna think about whether we keep going with the stories and your characters, or whether you are your character and we bring your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles, we bring that into it, because that's what you're most likely to say in real life, so I'll think about that. You guys, we'll keep experimenting and keep making things better. Questions, comments, vocabulary, grammar, expressions? Yes,
Not a couple of questions.
Shoot.
Earlier in the lesson, you talked with Ahmad, and Ahmad said that he was talking about music, and you mentioned that music is warad. Did I understand that right?
Well, yeah. So warad is song, right? You could say music. You could say music. So
the reason I asked is because often you hear in songs they say waraida raida.
Why did that? Yeah, that's just la la la. That's all it
Right.
means. So, you know, I vary between being a language purist and a language pragmatist. So music is an international word. Wared is song. Mabzarabza is melody. So before Circassians ever heard the word music, they knew the word mabzarabza. But mabzarabza literally means melody, like a bird would have mabzarabza, right? It has a melody. Adigabza mabzarabza yash. Pshinna mabzarabza yash, right? So, you know, sometimes I oscillate between being a purist and a pragmatist.
Okay, that makes sense.
What was your other questions?
How would you translate the word hinapa?
Hinapa. All right, we're gonna end the recording. No, all right, I'll put this in. I'll put this out there. So
I know approximately what it means.
Well, it's interesting that you heard hinapa because hinapa is usually used in diaspora. I've never, but you are from Cherkessk, so
you know, yeah, that's used there quite a lot. Ar hinapa.
So you heard that in Cherkessk.
Yeah, my
Okay,
grandma
that's
says it all the
interesting.
time.
So hinapa literally means hey is shit and napa is face. So
Yeah, that's pretty much what I thought it means.
So it means shit face, and it means that it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And the idea is, right? The thing that you did is so embarrassing, it is the same as walking around with shit on your face in public. So now what's interesting is like my dad growing up in Syria in the villages, they would never say it's a bad, if you said, hey, somebody would smack you in the face because hey is a bad word. But you say hinapa and nobody's going to smack you in the face because that's just the term, right? Now, I remember when Ahmed and I were in high school, you know, we were little goody two-shoes in high school. I'm not going to say we're little goody two-shoes now, but I'm not going to say that we're not, and I'm not going to say that we are. But back in high school, we were little goody two-shoes. So we'd see our American friends go out drinking on the weekends. We didn't do that stuff in high school. I swear we didn't. But we would joke, those guys are going out get hinapa this weekend, you know? So the proper word for it, again, hinapa is not improper, but it's more colloquial, right? Hinapa together is not a bad word. It's colloquial. But the more proper word would be yamuk. Yamuk. And yamuk actually means not suitable. Not suitable. So if you, for example, you try on a jacket in the store, right? And your friend, your sister, your brother, your spouse, does it suit you? How? It doesn't suit me. So yeah means is it doing it? And if we negate something, like I'm telling you it's not happening, right? We put instead of qim at the end, we put m in the beginning of it. Yamuk. So the verb is actually yakun, to be suitable. Yamuk, unsuitable. So hinapa means yamuk. They both have the same connotation. Hinapa is more colloquial. Yamuk is more proper.
Would you say hinapa is like an idiom?
Not idiom, just colloquial. It would be like you would you wouldn't open a textbook and see what's up. But if I were what's up, if I say to you what's up, it's not slang, it's not an idiom, it's colloquial language, informal language. It doesn't mean you're uneducated, right? Professional people, hey, what's up? What's going on? Right? But it's colloquial. Ola, I think you had a question.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, is hinapa the same as hinapa?
Hinapa, yeah, that's going to be abazach.
But it's the same thing then.
Western, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Hinapa, where's Satanai? She's still with us? Western speaker? Yeah. Did you ever hear that?
Yeah.
But my mom says that a lot, is like in a way, like, oh, that's not a good thing to do, like hinapa.
Yeah. In fact, she probably even say hinapa. So the hay becomes higher, and instead of napa, napa, hinapa.
Hinapa.
I'm I'm not a good Western speaker, but that's how it sounds to my ear. So
Yeah. Yeah, I was just wondering if it's the same. Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome.
Let's limit. I have a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Raya?
Me? I'm sorry. My question was, when you're saying you did something today or something happened today, can you put it at, when you say Noba for today, could it be at the end of the sentence or start? Like it doesn't really matter where you put
word
it?
Word order is very flexible in Circassian. So you could say Noba wasipsa. What did you do today? You could say Sitwa Noba psa. Noba sitpsa. Wupsa Noba sit. These are all acceptable.
So all then, acceptable. But the verb in the sentence would be more fixed than like Noba,
no,
right?
No.
No? So you could put it in the order you like.
You can put it anywhere.
Okay.
Noba wasipsa. What did you do today? Wupsa Noba sit.
Okay.
Wupsa Noba sit. Noba sitpsa. Wasipsa Noba.
Oh, okay. So
very flexible like, word order, even more so than Russian for the Russian speakers and the Margarita left. So even more so than Russian, word order is very flexible in Circassian.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Because I think I got in my head about that today. I was like, I need to say it in like a specific order.
No, word order is very flexible. You're welcome. Anybody else? Questions? We'll keep curse words to a minimum. All right, going once. Going twice.
I had a couple more, but I can't remember them. So
I love questions, man.
Next time.
Next time. Drop them into the Discord. Okay. All right, everyone. You guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, your day, and I will see you later this week.
Website.